It's a rainy day here on the realm.
It is.
It's raining, it's pouring. The old man
These things out.
is snoring.
You should probably get a sleep apnea mask.
Do you think people must have died of that before they realized that that was a thing, right?
People still die of it.
Yeah, people die of it a lot. It causes all sorts of heart conditions and things like that because you're just not getting good rest.
That's interesting.
Yeah, stop right. Oh, nope.
It's
That's
very
just
fascinating to think about very basic stuff these days that could kill you. Back in the bad old days.
I like, my favorite is actually sleep paralysis, which...
I don't think that can kill you?
No, not for death, you're right, but as far as what that must have seemed like, because you literally...
It still seems awful.
Yeah, I've
It's
only
not like
had
a point where
once.
like, oh, well, now that we know everything, it's okay. We're not
person it's
freaked out
happening
by
to,
the
though.
old woman sitting on our chest.
But
when we
for the
wake up.
town around that person, like, there was no, like, well, that must have been a hallucination. That was just like, well, you're a witch. Like, there's no other way to interpret that other than, like...
I don't think you
you're
say
obviously
that. I don't think you would
communing
tell
with
anybody.
demons. I'm pretty sure
I would say that
some
I was
people
being
slipped
haunted
out.
and all this.
I'm sure it slipped out now and then from some people who suffered from it, and that's where, like, lots of our crazy stuff comes from. Myths. and
Yeah,
stuff.
like they say, most like incidences of alien abduction and such are probably people dealing with sleep paralysis in that little sensitive area between sleep and waking.
Yes.
I've definitely had some weird stuff happen there. A lot of like double dreams.
Yes.
Devil dreams?
Double dreams, like where you wake up from a dream but you're still like in your bed and then you realize you're dreaming
Are
about
you
waking
serious? That has happened to you for real?
up. Yeah, just like I have had sleep paralysis before. And had a shadow figure sit on me and just sit there for a little while.
I've had that with nightmare. People just barging into my room and being like, rah, 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 and I just have to sit there in bed and be like, I don't know what's happening. And then,
You guys have like the worst lives ever.
yeah,
That sounds terrible.
I know.
My sister just told me about that happening to her one time, about how she was like, I woke up and there was this old woman in my bed. I was like, stop talking! I don't even need to know. Like, it's okay. I hope that you're fine. Don't tell me anymore. I don't need to know about the creepy old woman that was in your bed
I just got
in the middle
good
of the night.
doggies. Good doggies.
We need to put some dogs around the base of this with all these crazy spiders and everything trying to murder me.
I just got saved by my doggies.
What'd they do?
A zombie came in, got right up next to me by the schoolhouse, and then the dogs tore him apart.
Nice.
See, I won't be the last one to the dirt block.
No, I'm gonna.
I almost started yelling spoilers
no,
about that. That would have been work for Al.
What?
Just things that happen with dogs in modern media. Al knows what I'm talking about.
That was just the big spoiler block from. Well, now I guess now we're spoiling it again.
Nobody cares about anymore. People have just stopped. I hear people reference that constantly, and I'm not gonna say any. In fact, I might like cut out what the name of the show is, but
Yeah, I would just cut out the name of the show and then we'll be good, because then we could be talking about anything we're...
I haven't watched since the second season, and I know pretty much exactly what's going on still.
Yeah, you're not allowed to not know.
It's really kind of annoying, to be honest. I'm just like, I don't fucking care. If you tell people you don't watch, or if you tell people that you started watching and then stopped, they'll literally just stand there and tell you it's like ridiculous.
again, this could be any show.
Yes, it could.
We're not saying it's
I don't see how
like
this is
every show
spoiling
basically.
anything, though.
You're like the on Netflix. Like they just won't shut up about it. They won't let you not have watched it.
Well, now that you've
Orange is the
said
New
that's
Black.
it, and they know that we're bleeping out the name, they know it's not.
Oh no, that was a negative spoiler. Dagnabbit!
Yeah.
Tony's right. I don't know what a spoiler is.
A real Louis sup.
Yeah, during our interview the other day, Al was like, so this big plot point that you've been building to, how's that going to get figured out?
I cut some of that out of the interview just because I didn't want to. So we got to interview the guys from.
Or not. It could have been any radio show podcast. Or wait.
Yeah,
what
it could have been...
What?
Could have been.
What aren't we trying? I don't even know what we're not trying to spoil. That's
There
how
was
the loop
something I
am.
referenced, and I was like, I cut out the specific.
At no point was I privy to that information. You just started hiding information. Well, it was very weird from my point of view.
You guys get all sensitive, and then I hide information. You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. You can just explain a little bit more.
Tony knew what you were talking about. I had no idea what you were talking about. So then I made a joke just then that was how out of the loop I was, because I thought we were spoiling it.
Yeah, but that's
I could
also like
explain
your
the-
catchphrase, like, what is happening?
Yes. yes, quote-unquote catchphrase. Not at all something that naturally pops out of my mouth whenever you two start being you two. And I'm utterly freaking lost. But you interviewed the guys, which is neat.
It was neat.
I'm very much looking forward to that. Oh my god! No! No! No!
That's some
That
funny
was-
text right there.
I know exactly what that was, too. Son of... That was the... No, it wasn't, because that was way up high. You're gonna watch that video, Al. That was really remarkable.
I was gonna say what is happening, but then you explained what.
Yeah,
You
then
actually
you get
don't
all-
know what was happening. It happened to you, and you don't know what happened.
It was a giant pit right next to an area where I'd been digging dirt that did not have a giant pit. Like, it was like... moved over one square, dug a hole down, and just kept moving forward because I figured it was just a giant, big, thick layer of dirt, and it wasn't. And it's really hard to explain, but when you see it, it's literally like dig, dig, dig. Save,
I'm
save,
glad
save.
you've explained it again. For the people, like the unsighted people who are watching the video.
Well, they're aware that you haven't seen it.
But no, you're ruining the illusion that everything is happening simultaneously.
It is happening
I'm
simultaneously.
I'm
when
omniscient.
was that ever the illusion that you're omniscient? I don't remember signing
I
up
had that
to
illusion.
perpetuate that illusion. I'm sure you have. I don't think I didn't realize I was part of your plan there. I have no idea how I'm gonna get my stuff back. There's just no way.
Do you need a rope?
Yeah, I would like a rope. Or if vines work the way vines should.
We have a.
Nice.
I have a fishing pole.
That actually might work now.
Can I pull you to me with a fishing pole? Somebody, I'm
you
over
You
here.
could,
dangle
pull
me?
his, you could pull his gear out of the hole.
I'm over here by the old dirt mining place where everything used to come from. I don't know where anybody else is. I kind of want to experiment with the fishing pole though.
If you walk straight, like the way the huge stairs are pointing,
Huh.
if you walk over that rock.
Oh, okay.
hill,
I've seen you over there before.
Yeah.
Do you need
I'm
rescuing?
literally hugging the wall of the arena. What?
So you need rescuing?
I'm dead. I mean, I'm trying to get my gear back now.
What you? Okay. I didn't know who I
You're
was
more
going to
than
be
welcome to
pulling
come
with my
over, and
fishing
I
pole.
will. I don't know. Wow. How did I do this to my? Oh, it was over here. That's just unreal. All right. I'm gonna try and get down here.
Wow, iron shovels do not last long.
No. Once you
I'm trying to. I just ran through one in the time we've been talking.
Diamond.
Dag nab, I have two. I got this one that was like efficiency, and I was gonna try to repair it, but then I was like, oh wait, Joe killed me in the stream, and
Oh, that's true.
you know, so I don't have any stuff, so
That's
I
not
just burned
quite
through
how
it.
that went.
Yeah, you just made a death trap that made us.
Yeah, you laid
lose
up like
everything.
it's that you can be convicted of murder if you set a trap.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
absolutely still works. You'd be like, well, I didn't kill them. They just stepped on that bear trap that I sprung and like put there.
We literally
yeah,
had
it's
this
just like a 30-foot hole into the middle of a bunch of monsters. It's okay.
You all both went down it.
Because that's what you wanted to happen.
Yes. And when was the last time you ever did anything the way I wanted it to happen? It's never. Especially in the streams. Streams, I'm like, hey, I'll set up this wonderful thing, and then you're like, blah blah. Like you literally will just accidentally avoid traps, or accidentally not hit the button, or hit the
Or I
button.
won't
and
even
keep
notice
moving,
that I
or-
just blew up a wall.
Yes, that's how these things normally go. This one, there was even. I mean, it was like fairly easy to peek in and be like, what's down there?
I made a viewing
Well, I
window.
almost did that, and somebody in the chat was like, "So, has you noticed the lever yet?" And I was like, "What? What lever?" Like, I noticed there was a lever. I didn't do anything with it. And since
you
they made a
pulled the
big
lever
deal
and
about
then-
it, I decided, all right, I'll find out what Joe wanted.
Well, that sounds
With this
kind of like the
lever.
chat killed you. Not me so much. I am just not.
That's how you know
anywhere
that Joe
they're
has a lot of lawyer friends.
Tony's convinced of this. I have a cousin who's a lawyer. He's our lawyer, actually. Represents Human Echoes. I don't know where I am. I'm not near the surface. I can tell you
You
that
know
much.
where I was earlier today?
At
I'm guessing
Macy's.
it has something to do with 5 people.
It,
yeah.
5 male people
yes.
and their burgers and their fries. 5 guys, burgers and fries. My first trip ever to that restaurant.
You've never eaten there? Or first trip
No.
to it? Oh, I didn't realize. Well, I'm sorry. You mentioned it.
Yeah, it's it was pretty much the only thing that was ever said in the Risk stream.
Yes. I wasn't aware that you had actually not eaten there. I would have sworn you had.
Nope, I just knew the name. But
Were
they
you
built one in our
disappointed?
town, so I
Was
got
it
to go,
good?
and they're pretty good.
They are pretty good burgers.
They give you, for those of you who haven't eaten there before and you think, I want to go and eat there, do not order a lot of fries. Unless that's all
you get a
want.
small fry,
Small
and they just
fry
fill
is
the
like
sack.
everybody else's large fry, and they're delicious and super salty.
Especially if you get the Cajun ones. Plus, it's really good for that spring cleaning. Like if you want to be on the toilet the rest of the day.
Okay, well, you know, if I have to leave early here to the dirt block, you'll know why. Or it might have something to do with me having to go yell at my kid's daycare.
Yes, they misplaced his socks.
They misplaced his whole set of clothes and put it on a different kid and put it in somebody else's cubby after my wife wrote AJ's clothing on it. And multiple times. And blankets being misplaced and like nobody ever knows what's going on over there. And I got to the point where I was like, you know what? If
Have they ever
something
tried
bad
to-
happens to them, I'm going to say to myself, I should have seen this coming. And now, since I can see it coming, I'm just going to pull them out because they don't know what they're doing.
Did they ever try to hand you the wrong kid?
No. They don't ever hand me anybody. I just go in there and I'm like, all right, AJ, Jack, like, I don't know if you know this about kids, but they can recognize you after they've seen you a couple times. So,
So like they're
Oh, I didn't know if they would just went back and grabbed the kids and pulled them out.
they do not.
It's not like buying a video game.
They keep them in protective
You
cases.
bring the case. My kid looks like this.
We're all dating ourselves right now. Not in a weird
Nobody
sexual
else will.
self-love way, but in a look how old we are, no one does that ever now sort of way.
People still go to video game stores.
Do they?
I mean, they still exist. They still,
There's-
still have one in my
there's-
town.
I like going to one called Games Ahoy or Buyback Games because they have like the whole culture associated with their stuff.
Yeah, I think also people like retro game people like to
I'm
go
sure
to.
they exist. People still buy vinyl for various reasons. But it's not like
Nintendo
a sick
64
reference.
games are starting to get some value back. Like every game there is like $50.
50. Wow. Back when I have a Nintendo 64 system and I wanted to get the Super Mario 64 and that was $35 in all the place I checked. Is a
I busted that out the other day. I love that game so much.
I
is a
got into it a
great
little
game.
bit. I have not played it. I was playing against a giant paving slab who was
Oh.
mad about being walked on, and I was like, okay, this guy talks about how he doesn't want to be walked on. That must be his weakness. Like I can get him to fall down and then jump on his back. Could
You got
not.
a butt stomp.
What?
You got to do the butt stomp. You jump and press Z.
Well, I didn't. I've been a long time since I played it, and I loaded it up, and I didn't know I could do that.
Yep, you got to do the butt stomp.
Well, thank you for that. Maybe I'll hop back in and try it. I just kept jumping on him, and nothing happened, and I was like, well, this is lame.
Unless Al decrees something to be lame. It no longer
Well, I knew
holds
I
any
was
meaning.
I knew I was on the right track, and I knew I must have been missing something, but I wasn't interested enough to go and like look it up.
Because it was lame.
No, it wasn't lame. I didn't have a lot of time that day, and you know I had to play the level through several times because of that. You know, because of not knowing, and I just got to the point where I was like, I'm gonna not continue. I'll build. Grabbing some diamonds from the schoolhouse.
What's your favorite retro game, Joe?
My favorite retro game?
I was asking Joe first, then I was going to ask you.
Sorry, go ahead.
We can go alpha order. He sounds busy.
Son of a...
I'm kind of thinking about it. Honestly, a lot of the games that I like right now are games that aren't retro games but look like retro games.
We're playing a look like retro game.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true too. But the Penny Arcade on the Rain Slick Precipice of Darkness game, I really enjoy that. Although I don't play it like a lot, I just kind of like to hop in every once in a while and battle some monsters and see if there's a little bit more story and then hop out.
I suppose we
yeah,
should
like-
also need to figure out what retro is because, like, is the old Star Fox considered retro now?
Yeah, and is it? Do you mean what's our favorite old game, or what do we have to be playing it now?
Just like a game you've played recently. Holy crap, there must have been a bad creeper on the stairs.
Bad creeper on the stairs.
This is a huge gap. I'm going to leave it so you guys can check it out.
What, do they have good prices on jeans?
I'm more of an Old Navy guy for jeans. I don't like Old Navy or their commercials, but they make jeans that actually fit me.
Are their commercials still just seethingly awful?
I haven't seen when. Well, I mean,
That's what I'm
Target had some
wondering.
pretty awful commercials as well lately.
Old Navy was like their gimmick was to like try and be annoying so they would be remembered.
Oh, was that they on purpose? They were just like, we're gonna annoy you.
Yeah, that was like Yes.
Target's the ones that I had seen at Target were like, I don't know what you guys think you're doing. I think you think you're being cute. It wasn't. It's just they don't seem very good. It's kind of like the Gilmore Girls
You were like, I know,
theme
cute.
song, right? Like somebody listened to that and thought this sounds amazing, but every
What?
time it comes on, I'm just like, I hate this
What?
so
I was
much.
talking.
What'd you say, Joe?
What was the song?
The Gilmore Girls theme song.
You're not joking.
Hate that.
I hate the Gilmore Girls theme song.
Also, like it does that clip show thing that they did, in the '90s, which it started in in 2000s, but whatever, where they'll show the characters with their credit in front of them, which is cool if you haven't seen it before and you want to know who's playing. But like at the beginning, like one of the things that they show as they're starting to show up the title is just a picture of a tree, not even a whole tree, just like some leaves. Like who thought that was a good idea? What does that represent in the town of Stars Hollow?
Cinematic.
Where in God's name am I?
So now whenever I'm watching Gilmore Girls, which I do fairly regularly, when that comes on, I just yell "tree," and that's my little thing that I do.
What? I have no idea how we started
I'm surprised
talking
you didn't come up with a name like a first and last name for it, like Birch Tree Credit.
It's not on for that long.
Oh,
no idea how we got on this topic.
It's like half a second.
I really, truly don't. We were talking about Target.
Yeah, I said things that are annoying, and one of them is the Gilmore Girls theme song.
Oh, that's a great segue.
I don't like it that
very
much.
relevant modern topic.
They're doing the reboot. They're bringing it back on Netflix.
I'm so happy not to be underground right now. Blow people's minds with this, though.
Shut up, phone.
Is your dad?
Holy crap
No.
with that skitter. Skeleton?
I'm sure he'll call before the end of this, but no, that was not my dad calling. That was just a text. Or an email. Or a random notification that we're supposed to watch a movie all day.
Wow, this power bow is amazing.
We've gone off schedule. We were supposed to be watching Ed Wood right now.
Yes. For some reason, people who don't know.
Should we take suggestions about what we should watch for the 200th episode?
Sure. Let's do that. Whoops.
Because right now
We
we're
actually
kind of looking
already
at,
know what we want to do, but I would
There's-
love for you guys to tell us what you think.
if you have a better suggestion, we might be able to change.
But for the 200th episode, if you get your suggestions in time, they'll possibly do it. So shout out to
We've been thinking about what to do special for the 200th episode, and we basically came up with, watch a weird movie.
yes.
This movie's pretty weird.
This movie's
Watch this
slightly weirder than usual. I mean, I suppose we
there's
could have
gonna be
like
a
researched and seen who like did the Peanut Butter Solution and see if he has any other movies, but we didn't.
It's like Screech from Saved by the Bell or something.
He has done some other movies.
Yes.
Yeah, some inappropriate movies for the podcast.
Yes. We probably won't be covering his movies. Unless
Wait,
he
really?
also has a
I know someone from that
no.
show.
Oh no! What the heck is up with the ceiling? First of all, who put
Yeah, blocking like the sunlight and the rain. What's the deal with ceilings?
on the
No.
stairs? We don't need one.
I had all these. Don't you notice something weird about it?
What? Don't I notice something weird? That it's there?
Well, yeah, but there's also something else weird about it.
What else is weird about it?
You'll figure it out.
I didn't notice anything weird about the ceiling. I'm going to look.
Holy cow! How about the other stairs? I don't know which stairs people are talking about now.
No, this is Tony said he left this. I think it's just because he didn't want to mess with it.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I just wanted you guys to see
big
what
check.
happened here because that doesn't look like a creeper.
That is large. Hello, sir. Yeah, take that. Zombie. My dog
So.
ate you.
Maybe it's time to actually fill this in.
Your dog will just follow you around like that? I didn't know that.
Yep.
Don't have him sit down, yeah.
He'll play dead if you hit him a few times.
It's very convincing.
Best in show.
I don't understand what's original wall and what's blown up.
Ah!
Oh, it's...
Stupid zombie.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either. We're just going to fill it in.
Oh no, Lindsay, there's a block missing. Am I gonna fill it in?
Just saw a zombie spawn in.
Did I
Why?
get it? Hello.
Is Lindsay here?
She's,
She's
gonna watch
not.
This. What? No, she's not. That's right, Albert.
You were talking to Lindsay. What? Who
Yeah.
turned up the spawn points to 8,000?
I don't know. That's not a thing. I don't think. I'm just gonna come right out and say it.
Whoa!
I don't think turning up the spawn points to 8,000 is a thing that ever happens anywhere for anything. I think that was slightly gibberish.
Just gonna lay dirt up here.
Get out of the hole, dog.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to. I'll walk
What's
down
Whole
here.
Dog?
Maybe we'll find.
It's kind of like an up dog.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Oh, what is happening?
Well, I'm laying dirt on the dirt block.
Oh, what is life? Mystery. This is what I was doing. Ba-boom. Ba-bam. Can you have an iron button?
Can you?
Nope. Maybe if you have a block.
No. Must not leave a
No,
gap.
that's not what I wanted to do. Son of a bitch. Okay, I threw my bow at him instead of. I'm having some
I
problems.
was
I
gonna
can't get
spawn
back.
up here where I went to make my safe place and just knock me down.
Well,
It's
we
gonna
turned
be
the spawns
ironic.
up to 8,000.
What?
Oh.
We turned the
I know,
spawn
that
up
was
to
my problem.
8,000.
Anybody notice the new bar over here?
The new bar. Yes, I did. I saw that it's yellow and green glass. It's kind of hard to miss, to be honest.
DV what? Join the game. I guess he has nothing better to do now that Britain's down the toilet.
He's
That's
taking a Brexit.
That's
The
John.
Broken Shovel, established
Oh,
2016.
I'm sorry. Are you saying John doesn't care about Britain?
I mean, he does, but that joke makes no sense.
That'd be more like if Doc Occupant showed up.
Yes, that's what
Just
Al thought it
drunk and
was.
surly.
Thank you for pointing that out, Joe. I almost got away with it.
I'm like, Tony, you picked
And I
up
would
on
have got
that.
away with it too if you hadn't been for you meddling Joes.
He's gone.
No!
You killed him.
Just like Britain from
Just
the
like
EU.
Britain from the EU. Huh? We can hit up those topical things as well as the ancient.
You know, my favorite
biblical
thing
references.
from that was Rihanna Pratchett tweeted out that the people who like that there was a giant spike of what is the EU being Googled in Great Britain the day after. Like,
Yeah,
wait a
that
minute,
makes
what did
sense
we
that
vote to leave?
people were Googling, like, how do I get an Irish passport? That makes sense. What is the EU is kind of more important. Like, I mean, that maybe that's why they're leaving, because the education system sucks.
Yeah, that.
Oh, there's a skeleton down
Boom.
there.
Sick burn. Sort of. Oh, hello.
It's like Googling, what is America?
What is
Dude, the-
America?
Does anybody
Russian
remember
is-
whenever Russia invaded Georgia and everybody was looking for tanks in Atlanta?
No. Did that happen?
Yes.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. I was looking at hundreds of screen caps and being like, I don't understand. They say the Russians are here. I don't see any tanks or planes.
That's
That is not a real thing.
It was totally a real thing.
No.
100% real.
Hmm.
Non-trolling.
I mean, I understand. I believe that you saw those posts. That's not what I'm saying isn't
God!
real.
I cut the dog in half.
What I'm saying isn't real.
Is that people would think that?
Yeah, I think that it was like
It was
people
probably trolling, but I'm sure there were some people that like immediately thought that Russia
Yes.
was literally invading it, like Atlanta.
Also, to be fair,
They were going all to Tecumseh Sherman with it.
We have a Baghdad here in Florida.
Yeah. That.
There's a
I have
little
not gone-
Somalia part of
I don't
Greeley,
know what I'm doing. Maybe a dad sidetracked.
because all the refugees from Somalia have come to work in the cheese factory in Greeley, which is the town where my parents live. And like, it is literally little Africa. You go there and there's no paved roads and there's just chickens running around and there's kids playing in the street and there's no electricity. It's really weird.
How did they unpave the roads?
They just basically made a lot on just this giant open space.
Like, I understand the strains that large things of immigrants coming in can put onto a system, but I don't understand how that would make the roads stop be paving.
Well, they heard that the
being
roads were
paved.
paved with gold in America, and they had
So
never
they-
seen gold, so they just like started ripping it up. And by the time they told the mix-up was explained, the roads were basically gone.
They were like, what's the
Really, perfectly understandable mistake once you understand the context of their culture, Joe. Super
turned this-
insensitive.
turn the spawn boxes up to 8,000? I
We can
think
almost have
did
a
we have
segment
two
this
deep?
week on Insensitive Joe.
There we go. Yes.
Hi,
that's a new segment.
skeletons. Oh, they got them fighting with each other. Oh, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And
Well, I think
now
one
he
of them
knocked-
just
they
almost
got-
landed on me. That was kind of weird.
That was awesome.
I just saw like a flaming corpse land right in front of me.
It's a bench clearing brawl.
It was like I was
That's
in
the
Little
way it works.
Somalia.
Somebody turned the awesome spawn up to 8,000.
I like how someone just put like a weird little attachment in the middle of my stairs.
What?
It happens. I don't
It was
know if
just
me.
like a- I'm guessing it was Joe, but like
I've
in
been
the
on
middle of
that
my
tower,
stairs.
That was me
Entire-
running away from everything bad at night, and I built that little shelf up there.
Well,
I
I'm
haven't
gonna
been
leave
up
it.
the stairs yet. This entire.
If it's in your
episode.
way, you can like carve them out.
No,
That's
I'll
fine.
leave it because I kind of like seeing those things get swallowed up very slowly.
Okay.
No. Put out here. Good Morning America photo booth. I forgot about this sign.
Somebody was. Was it you or was that somebody
That was-
else?
That was Joe because he thought that all the people on the server were going to come and take like a screenshot from the
That's
Joke
right. They stand outside the thing.
By the
I
way,
kept calling it the wrong thing too. I kept calling it USA Today.
a little bit of an exciting moment for us this week on the Sims live stream. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Richie Plays is going to be on with me for the first hour of
It's
the.
close. It'll be the Minecraft live stream, not The Sims.
I'm sorry. Yes. So we might actually build something that looks cool.
It's gonna be pretty. I think it's gonna be pretty sweet.
If it doesn't
I
look
talked
cool,
to him
it'll
and he
do
said he
something
probably
really
wasn't
cool.
doing any crazy redstone stuff because he didn't think that that would be something he could do in that amount of time.
Also, then Tony and I will get on and be like, and now we'll add a hat to this ultimate sorting thing. Like, what are you gonna do with that?
In the tweets with him that I was tweeting and messaging back and forth on Twitter, and he said, "Well, I could build a mecha robot that shoots TNT, but I probably won't."
Ugh. Did you like?
It's like, what are we paying
Fine.
you for, Richie?
We aren't paying him.
Oh, right.
And
You know what's also
actually,
really cool?
I did not. I just texted him back, "Okay, whatever you want." I don't
Does he
think I
know
said
that we're gonna follow him and then try and then probably not beautify his creation?
maybe.
Or is he gonna stay on for? Maybe he'll hang around a bit. Maybe
Well,
Other
that'll
cool
be up to
dudes.
him. We'll work out some more details as the time comes along. But for those of you who are listening to this on the Tuesday or Wednesday before the Thursday stream when it comes out, you can check that out. And if you are listening to it after, I'm sure the stream will be saved.
that one's on YouTube.
In other cool news, Tony Todd, Candyman himself, followed us on Twitter.
Really? That is cool.
That's awesome.
Ah!
Candyman's pretty rad.
Yeah, if you guys haven't gone back, that's one of those 90s horror movies that's just awesome.
Unlike the movie we're watching this week, Candyman, I think, is going to stick with me for a long time. What sounds are you making, Joe?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Pretending he's a chicken.
That's not what chickens sound like. Chickens say
Not what I was
buck, buck.
doing.
Says you.
You'll see. Apparently that's my thing now.
Okay.
I just walked past him and his dog. He was going all Jon Snow with it.
No
Dagnabbit with
Tony.
the spoilers!
Chickens, not on a ledge.
Ha-ha!
That just is terrible.
Yes!
What?
Wait, I thought it worked.
Okay.
I'm
Good
trying to
talk.
get it. Hold on.
I love the chickens along the top border.
Oh, that's what was going on. I kept seeing a flash, and I'm like, what is happening?
It didn't pull you though. Or
Here,
I thought
try pulling a pie.
I've
throwing a pie
I've
at
lost the. I need another fishing pole. What's the
How
recipe for a fishing pole?
How did you
Two,
already break your
three.
fishing pole?
Three wood blocks diagonally across, then 2 webs down.
Okay. It wasn't full to begin with. Is how I
Ah.
broke it. Like I got it out of a chest and it was like almost gone.
I thought you like
Really
might
wish
have
I had a
accidentally
fishing pole
thrown
right
it into
now.
like a lava puddle or something.
Boy, do I wish I had a fishing pole right now. Where's my stuff getting beat up? Wow, I don't have mending. That's right.
Wait, the three sticks and then 2 string where?
Going
Dangling
down.
from the top. You have to work with me. You're building a fishing pole.
Yep.
So you have to bottom left, center, upper right. with
Oh,
sticks.
okay, diagonally.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard you say the words, but I've tried to put them horizontally.
I know. We've worked together for a year now. I understand. I understand how words are processed in your brain. Or at least I know enough to be mystified by how words are processed in your brain.
All right, here's a boat. Let me see if I can get this boat. Nope.
I think you can catch a sheep.
I cannot get that boat, but you know what I can do?
Chicken.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the brook. Merrily, 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 merrily. That's been the Dirk Block.
Wow.
Thanks for listening, everybody, and or watching. Like and subscribe.
Set that playlist to go in the background while you're at work. You know, help us out.
Yeah, spoof them views right on up.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Later. And there. Pull the lever. Oh my god.
Oh, this is so much fun.
What in the
This
hell?
is so much
Pull the lever! We just walked over the lever! Oh my god!
You kind of flooded your fort there, Joe. What's going on?